Alright, so this is kind of a different video, but I wanted to make a video to share my thoughts on this new character that's been going around since earlier this week. This character is supposed to be basically Eggman's protege, and it was created by a fan who basically got inspiration for this design from the Flying Battery Act 2 boss in Sonic Mania, and it's really cool to see this. If you don't know what a protege is, it's someone who is guided and supported by an older and more experienced or influential person. So obviously this person will be working under Eggman, helping him do his evil deeds, and wanting to learn from him and be just like him. I'm usually not one to care about fan characters much, but this is probably the first time where I've actually wanted a fan character to be canon, and there's all these really cool designs of the character from other artists who've redesigned the character in Archie Sonic form, in Sonic Sat-AM form, and even in modern form, and I think this is my favorite art of the character so far. It seems like there's no official name for the character. It seems like I'm hearing Omelette, Eggette, and Proteggé. So I want to give my thoughts on this character, and if it was canon, what I would want the character to be like. Now I like the name Proteggé, it's nice wordplay. Maybe that's what Eggman will call her as like kind of a nickname, like you're my protege, but obviously she'll have her own name. Maybe an official like Robotnik kind of name. Maybe she could be like a family member with like a rocky childhood or something, like maybe like an orphan niece or something. Maybe her parents died when she was like 13, 14, and Eggman took her in and now she's around 19, so he's had her for like 5 years or so. Maybe she's like angry at the whole world or something. Maybe her parents got killed in a car crash by a drunk driver and the drunk driver went scot-free and the police didn't do anything, and maybe she got really bullied in school and it just messed her up or something. She's basically got this whole fuck the world mentality, and Eggman just takes that and hones that and turns it into evil. Maybe like a, oh, you hate the world? Well, let me guide you, and together, me and you, Eggman and the protege, will rule the world, or something like that. So maybe she would still have the name Robotnik, but wouldn't be his direct daughter. So maybe like Cindy Robotnik or something like that. Just throwing a name out there. And then Sonic and Co would probably call her Proteggé as the nickname, like Eggman. Attitude-wise, I imagine she'd be very bitchy and cocky when talking to other people, but very respectful when talking to Eggman. The contrast would be insane, because she's very respectful of Eggman and his work, and she doesn't want to do anything to upset him. But to everyone else, they're literally worthless scum. Like everyone knows like one girl who's like really bitchy to everyone, but is like super nice to maybe one or two people in her life. And of course, Eggman himself would have a soft spot for her as well, because he loves the fact that someone wants to be just like him. And of course, that's his niece, so it's family. It'd be really interesting to see this dynamic being played out within a cartoon or within the cutscenes in a game or something. This character would basically be like the Bowser Jr. of the Sonic games. I could see her as the mini boss or the Act 1 boss if it's a classic game, and maybe even a main boss for certain stages. I could imagine her working in both the classic and the modern games, assuming there's more games like Mania for the classic series to keep going. And even though I saw a modern redesign of the character, I think the classic design pretty much works for both classic and modern. I don't think there needs to be any significant change for the classic or modern version of the character. And of course, if she's going to be in the modern games, then she's going to have her own voice as well. I'd imagine her voice being the middle ground between a very innocent and sweet teenage girl and then a very evil old woman. Somewhere down that line, because you've got that painful past of being an orphan and being burnt by life, and then that evil that Eggman has instilled upon her. I know it's a very specific thing I've described, but once you get that voice right, I think it will really help sell the character. Basically, her voice and her personality should make us see the character as evil, while also somewhat feeling bad for her because of her history. Something that the writers of the show Dexter were able to make me feel about the character Lumen Pierce. It's a very interesting contrast that I feel they need to convey with this character. Overall, I'd definitely love to see this character canon in future Sonic games and TV shows, because I really feel there's a lot they could do with her. I can already imagine the crazy interactions that she'd have with Sonic and the other characters in the series. But let me know what you guys think about this fan character. Would you like to see this character canon in a Sonic game or in the TV shows or whatnot? How would you want this character to be portrayed? But yeah man, that's all I have to say right now, so Premy out.